Welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Whitney Van Laningham, and during the big Rihanna concert last Sunday night, we got to see a new look at Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny in one of the ad spots. Although the clip was brief, there's still a ton of new info to speculate on, so today I'm taking you frame by frame through the Super Bowl's Indy 5 Dial of Destiny trailer. The trailer opens with Indiana Jones standing next to Toby Jones's Basil beneath the darkened warplane-riddled sky. From another scene in the extended trailer that dropped back in December, we know that this moment likely takes place either before or after the scene where Indy and Basil find themselves in a fight on top of a moving train. Indy 5 takes place during the Cold War, which, if you remember from 11th grade history class, was the period of geopolitical tension between the United States, the Soviet Union, and their respective allies that took place shortly after World War II ended in 1945. The struggle for dominance between the US and the Soviet Union was battled via indirect means, like psychological warfare, propaganda, espionage, and of course, the space race. In 1959, the Soviet Union's Luna 2 spacecraft became the very first human-made object to land on the moon, and the space race was on. The US's Apollo 11 team walked on the moon a decade later in 1969. Setting Indy 5 in 1969 gives us the prime timeline to explore one of the darker aspects of the United States' moon landing. A German scientist acquired by the US after World War II named Wernher von Braun was largely the face of the American space program. But he was also a former Nazi who spent his time building rockets and missiles for Hitler before they lost the war. This dude has a lot of blood on his hands, and for a long time, America basically whitewashed his contributions to Nazism because of his spectacular technological advancements. It turns out that Dial of Destiny will explore a fictionalized version of von Braun's complicated legacy in Mads Mikkelsen's character, Jurgen Voller. The movie's co-writer Jez Busworth told Empire that, quote, "The simple fact is that the moon landing program was run by a bunch of ex-Nazis. How ex they are is the question." In this next clip, we learn that Voller and Jones actually have history together. Using a combo of sweet deepfake technology and old footage from past Indy films, we flash back to that fateful night in 1944 when Indy first punched that smug Nazi right in the kisser. Indiana Jones using his hat to obscure the incoming punch is possibly a move he learned from Sala. We saw Sala use this technique with a newspaper to much success in The Last Crusade. In that same interview with Empire, Mads Mikkelsen teased his character's motivations, saying, quote, "He's a man who would like to correct some of the mistakes of the past. There's something that could make the world a much better place to live in. He would love to get his hands on it. Indiana Jones wants to get his hands on it as well." The parade that Indy rides through on horseback is the Ticker Tape Parade in New York City, thrown in honor of Apollo 11 on August 13, 1969, 3 weeks after Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins first ventured to the moon. As he races after Boyd Holbrook's character Clabber, or Claybar, or Clabar, I don't know how to pronounce his name, just go with it, you can see a banner in the background that reads "Giant Leap for Mankind, Apollo 11, with what looks like a replica of the vessel's command module. In the first trailer, we also saw Dr. Jones show his students an image of the command module in class. Fun fact, this particular ticker tape parade holds the record for the highest tonnage of celebratory paper products. I'm a lot of things, baby. Hungry, sweaty, curious about what it means to be a tree, but you know what I'm not? Tired, because I've got Sandland! Sandland's products focus on restoring the body's natural sleep rhythm in a sustainable, clean, and non-habit forming way. There's a lot of sleep aids that just knock you out, but those don't actually help you wake up rested or train your body to naturally sleep again. The great thing about Sandland is that they help break the patterns of stress and anxiety before sleep so that you eventually won't need any sleep aids, including Sandland. Sandland focuses on the 2 key stages of sleep struggle: falling asleep at the beginning of the night and staying asleep throughout the night, which is why they've got Fall Asleep Plus and Stay Asleep Plus. Both supplements are made from a safe but highly effective formulation of L-theanine, magnesium citrate, valerian root, and CBN. CBN is the ingredient in a hemp plant that has been indicated to assist the body with sleeping naturally. It's non-habit forming and effective. You just take a tablet or 2 of Stay Asleep an hour before bed with a glass of water, then about 15 minutes before you want to fall asleep, chew 1 or 2 fall asleep tablets and let them dissolve in your mouth before swallowing. After a couple of weeks, you'll have reset your body's sleep program, and then you can be the peppy one at your office. Thanks so much to Sandland for sponsoring this video. Click the link in the description and use promo code NEWROCKSTARS to get 15% off your Sandland purchase. But Nazis on the moon are only one of Dr. Jones's concerns this time around. Director James Mangold told Entertainment Weekly that Indy's goddaughter Helena is a catalyst for the film. Although she claims in this clip that she's here to rescue Indy, It seems like they both could use a little rescuing. Helena's gotten herself in a bit of trouble, and brings that to Indy's doorstep. She's a character who's a wonderful set of contradictions. Charming and brilliant, but also a lot of trouble. If it wasn't obvious by the way these two are leaping between cars and out of flaming airplanes, we can expect to see Helena give Indy's adventurousness a run for his money. The plane we see them jump out of is some kind of German bomber. You can see the black crosses on the wings when they plummet to a coastal island below. The island could be where German scientists are conducting their rocket experiments, and Indy could have hitched a ride on one of their bombers to thwart them. Now, there was a popular fan theory that Helena would be revealed to be the daughter of Marcus Brody, but Mangold shot that theory down as well, saying that she's a daughter of a friend of Indy's who we will also meet in the movie. Personally, I'm most excited to see the return of Sallah. Like Helena, we can expect to see his character help bring Dr. Jones out of retirement, much to Indy's momentary chagrin. Interestingly, when we see this clip of Indy walking towards the train behind Sallah's voiceover, the soldiers atop it are waving a UK flag. It's hard to tell based on their silhouettes if this scene takes place around the same time as the other train scenes from 1944, but it's possible that this is the train where Jones fights Voller as well. Lastly, we gotta speculate on that MacGuffin. Raiders of the Lost Ark brought us one of the most famous MacGuffins in film history with the Ark of the Covenant, and now we've got the Dial of Destiny. We know that Voller wants it for the moon Nazis, but what's it used for exactly? Because of all the time-jumping elements hinted at in Indy 5, I'm wondering if it could be a time dial, allowing its user to access the past to fuel future space tech. Dr. Jones might not believe in magic after all the adventures he's been on, but clearly the Nazis do, and he might have to suspend his disbelief in the supernatural once again to defeat them. If you want to see Eric and I absolutely lose our shit over the Dial of Destiny trailer, check out our previous breakdown and reaction. Also, you gotta check out Eric's new channel, The Deep Dive. It's launching on February 17th, and you don't want to miss it. You're about to get hit with some pure, unadulterated Voss, baby! Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Whitney Puppy, follow New Rockstars, subscribe to New Rockstars for more analysis of everything you love, and thanks for watching. Bye!